Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Love Math Tutorial. Today we are going to discuss about another chapter of class 10 maths, that is polynomials. This is the second chapter of NCERT syllabus and the ninth chapter of Karnataka state syllabus. Now let us start this chapter with a small introduction. Now let us learn the definition first. What is polynomials, or what are polynomials? If p of x is a polynomial in x, if p of x is a polynomial x, then the highest power of x in p of x, the highest power of x in p of x is called the degree of the polynomial. The highest power of x in p of x is called the degree of the polynomial. In the given example, you can observe that the highest power of x is 3. So, the degree of the polynomial is 3. The next thing is in this chapter is linear polynomials. A polynomial of degree 1. If a polynomial is of degree 1, then it is called as linear polynomial. For example, in the given polynomial, you can observe that the highest power is 1. The highest power is 1. And in the another example, y plus root 2. Here also the highest power is 1. So the degree of the polynomial is, the degree of the polynomial is 1. Hence it is called as linear polynomial. Hence it is called as linear polynomial. The next part is quadratic polynomial. A polynomial of degree 2. If a polynomial is of degree 2, then it is called as quadratic polynomial. If a polynomial is of degree 2, then it is called as quadratic polynomial. For example, 3x square plus 2. In this polynomial, the highest power is 2. Again, in another example, y plus 2y square plus 1. Here the highest power of y is 2. So the degree of the polynomial is 2 and it is called as quadratic polynomial. The next one is cubic polynomial. A polynomial of degree 3 are called cubic polynomial. Example, here in the given polynomial, you can observe that the highest power of x is 3. So the degree of the polynomial is 3 and it is called as cubic polynomial. Again, in another example, y cube minus 5. Here also the highest power of y is 3 and it is called as cubic polynomial. The most important part in this chapter is 0 of a polynomial. The most important part is 0 of a polynomial. 0 of a polynomial is the value that when we substitute it for the variable, it makes the polynomial equal to 0. When we substitute some value in the polynomial that makes the polynomial equal to 0, then it is called as 0 of a polynomial. Or you can observe the given graph. In this graph, the polynomial intersects the x-axis at 2 points. So the 0 of the polynomial is equal to 2. In the given example, p of x is equal to x square minus 4. If we substitute x is equal to 2, then the value of the polynomial becomes 0. When we substitute the value 2 instead of x, the value of the polynomial becomes 0. Hence, it is called as 0 of a polynomial. Now, let us jump to the exercise 2.1. The first question is, the graph of y is equal to p of x are given in the figure for some polynomials p of x. Find the number of zeros of p of x in each case. In the first graph, you can observe that here the number of zeros of this graph is 0 because the graph does not cut the x-axis at any point, because the graph does not cut the x-axis at any point. So the number of zeros of the first graph is 0. In the second graph, you can observe that here x intersects at one point. X intersect at one point. So the number of zeros in this graph is 1. And in the third graph, here you can observe that the x intersects at 3 points. The x intersects at 3 points. So the number of zeros in this graph is 3. In the fourth graph, the x intersects at 2 points. In the fourth graph, the x intersects at 2 points. So the number of zeros in this graph is 2. And in the fifth graph, you can observe that the x intersects the x-axis at 4 points. The x intersects the x-axis at 4 points. So the number of zeros in this graph is 4. And in the last graph, you can observe the x intersects the x-axis at 3 points. The x intersects the x-axis at 3 points. Hence, the number of zeros in this graph is 3. So this finishes the introduction part and the exercise 2.1 of this chapter. So thank you very much everyone for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, follow, and don't forget to leave your comments in the comment box. Thank you.